vulnerable online.
If you are watching us right now, chances are you have seen that commercial. It's from an anti-abortion group called Protect Women Ohio, and it's part of a $5 million ad buy across the state. That ad makes claims about a proposed amendment to Ohio's Constitution that would protect the right to an abortion. NBC4 Investigates Jamie Ostroff is here to fact check the ad's claims. Jamie?
Well, Jen, abortion rights advocates are currently gathering signatures to put this amendment on the ballot later this year. So this group with the ad is fighting the proposal. Their argument here, the amendment would take away a parent's right to consent if their child seeks an abortion or gender-affirming care. Both of those claims are misleading.
It's the message playing on screens across Ohio multiple times per day.
Pushed to change her sex or to get an abortion. You have some right to help her through this, but activists want to take all that away.
The ad makes two claims.
Under their proposed amendment to the Ohio Constitution, the state shall not interfere with individuals getting abortions or sex changes, meaning you could be cut out of the biggest decision of her life.
One, that parents will lose their ability to consent in their child's reproductive care. And two, that the proposed amendment covers gender-affirming care.
If I were granting ratings by Pinocchio, this would get 4 Pinocchios.
Out of
4.
Constitutional law professor Dan Coble says both claims are misleading. Let's start with the first, about parental consent. Coble uses the Second Amendment right to bear arms as an example of how children do not have the same constitutional rights as adults.
Children can be barred from having guns. Children do not have the same constitutional rights that adults do. The Ohio Constitution uses the term individuals in other places, which obviously refer to adults.
And under Ohio law, it's a crime to perform an abortion on an unemancipated minor without their guardian's consent or a court order. Now to the next claim regarding gender-affirming care.
I don't think that the amendment in any way, shape, or form talks about gender-affirming surgery. So I really don't know where they're getting that claim.
The proposed amendment protects reproductive decisions, including but not limited to contraception, fertility treatment, continuing one's own pregnancy, miscarriage care, and abortion. There is no mention of transgender care.
Let's look at the language of this law. It is incredibly broad and vague.
Amy Natosi, press secretary for Protect Women Ohio, which paid for the ad, stands by its claims.
This language does not put any parameters on it. All it says is individuals. If they wanted it to apply to adults, it would say adults. If they wanted it to apply to women, it would say women. But it says individuals. That doesn't put an age limit on it.
Using a term offensive to many in the transgender community, Protect Women Ohio argues gender-affirming care falls under the umbrella of reproductive care.
There is no language regarding gender-affirming care in here.
It says that this would forbid any law that would include but not limited to abortion or any other reproductive decision.
So you can read the full version of the proposed amendment for yourself. We have it posted at NBC4i.com.